All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking real music in real time for real people just like you and just like me. Jeff Scott Soto. Remember this guy from the 1980s? I used to hang out with a couple of friends who were really into heavy metal, and they introduced me to Yngwie Malmsteen. And Jeff used to work with Yngwie. He's been around for quite a while. I'm not saying he's old. I'm just saying he's mature. He's mature. And he's a guy who has kept himself in great physical condition, in addition to the vocals, which are amazing. Here's a guy who could sing for, Queen. He could sing for Queen. He obviously sang for Journey for 11 months before he was mysteriously let go. We still don't know what happened. Well, I kind of know what happened, but I don't know everything about what happened. But in any event, that'll be a mystery that someone will have to put into a book about what happened. And people know what happened. Anyway, it's all crazy speculation, people. We'll have to wait. And I don't know how long we're going to have to wait for this movie about Journey, but when it comes out, man, you're going to need a bucket of popcorn and one of them 64-ounce sodas to go along with it. So, let me talk about Soto because I'm totally serious. If you don't know his work in bands like Talisman, Sons of Apollo is one of his current bands. Also W.E.T, which is more of a project-oriented band, but I do believe they've done some live dates now, and that's my favorite because I'm more of a melodic rock. Jeff tends to sing harder-oriented stuff like in Sons of Apollo, and I really appreciate the more melodic stuff in general. So I'm not saying the Sons of Apollo isn't good. They are, but it's just not my wheelhouse as far as music goes. But this is a guy who could sing for Van Halen, Queen. There's a few other bands. I mean, what he does too vocally, and you're not in the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, which is another part-time gig that he has. You're not in a band like that unless you can really bring it vocally. And you have to sustain some high notes and some powerful notes. This is a guy who's also a great performer, a great frontman. You could argue he was the best frontman that Journey ever had. I mean, some people say Arnell now because Arnell has really established himself as a guy who runs around the stage and has his own onstage persona. But Jeff is kind of like a natural ham, and again, that showman quality, something that Dennis DeYoung from Styx talks a lot about, how you have to kind of be able to be entertaining to people. People focus on you, so they're not busy or they're not falling asleep, I should say. Be busy watching something else like, okay, the lead singer is singing, but I'm not interested in what they're doing. And then with a guy like Jeff, you totally get focused on what he's doing. And I think that made him and still makes him a great frontman. Again, Sons of Apollo, W.E.T, those are his two current projects, but if you look back through the history, you can find that Jeff has covered Journey songs. I think his version of Send Her My Love is one of the better ones you're going to find out there. Could he be singing with Journey today? Yeah, I don't think he'd want to, but he could be singing with Journey today. I think more than any other band, for some reason, I think Van Halen would be the perfect fit for Jeff because he could sing the old stuff with Dave and the new stuff with Sammy. He could even sing the Gary Cherone stuff if he had to. So, in any event, if you don't know who Jeff Scott Soto is, check it out. Use Google. It's your friend, like I always say. And, again, you can beef up your music collection as well. And you can see some of that vintage footage for, I believe, a sound check where somebody is filming Jeff as he's warming up with Journey. It's pretty remarkable stuff. And who knows if Arnell didn't come along, maybe Jeff would have still been in the group. Maybe not. He tends to just try new things and different things. And I think that's what makes him such a good singer is because he's so versatile and he can pretty much sing the phone book. So, yes, Jeff Scott Soto, he could front Queen, he could front Journey, Great White if he wanted to front them, and obviously Van Halen. And there's probably another half dozen bands that if you think hard and long enough, you could probably envision Jeff, hitting the microphone and doing what he does best. So anyway, this video is for you, Jeff. So if you're a fan of Soto, look him up on Twitter, Facebook. He's a good guy. And check out his current bands, Sons of Apollo and W.E.T, because they're both really, really good. All right, I am done. I will be back soon. Thanks for watching, and more content coming. More quarantine quality content. Woohoo! I said it. Coming your way.